Hi guys. So I got cut off on my video that I made yesterday when I was working on the the tiger and the elephant. My dog came in and started barking like crazy, so I just cut it short. And then I realized that I was in the middle of cutting yarn from a scarf and I didn't finish. So I'm resuming exactly where I left off with you guys. The only thing I did without you is I added a couple more details to my elephant. This is all crayon, only crayon. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna use my crayons. I have a Crayola crayon box here, but you could use only a few shades. I'm gonna pull a couple of shades of green just so I have a variety. And I'm gonna really quickly add, and I'll show you this in your direction also, some big kind of leaves behind the elephant's body. So I'm gonna be drawing like this, coming off. And I think it's important that I tell you that I'm doing this like one shot. I only have one board to work on right now. And once I commit to a project, I usually see it through no matter what mistakes happen along the way. But it's totally okay to try a couple times and start over if you have to. But I usually tend to keep on going because even if I make a mistake, I try to just go with it because I don't like to waste materials, and most of you know me by now that I'm really big on that. So all I'm gonna do now is I have a little cup of water and I have this set of watercolor paints. This is like a nothing cheapy set of watercolor paints. It came with a toy or something, I don't know. And all I'm gonna do is use my black paint and gently paint on top of the elephant, and I'm gonna just kind of see what happens. Now remember, we're using an unconventional material, so I don't know, and I'm doing this literally for the first time with you guys. I don't know how this board is going to absorb the paint. It might fade, it might seep right in, I'm not sure. I'm using black because remember, most of the time there usually isn't a gray paint, especially in a watercolor set, and that gray is a neutral color that you get by mixing together black and white. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this a little more. And you see where I'm painting, I'm going to show up close. Where I'm painting the black on top of the crayons, that's how I'm getting all my wrinkles to show through. It's just a crayon resist because the wax will resist the water and the paint. Now, as far as the background, I did leaves because there are elephants that live in a jungle. There are also elephants that live in Africa in the plains. So it just depends on where your animal lives for the background, and you can make it up. So then I also stumbled upon, there was a big storm last week. I think you guys have one down in Rye too. And there's this broken, dried up tree bark. It breaks easily. And I thought that this, if you look up close, kind of really looked like a wrinkly elephant or rhino skin. So I might play around as an unconventional material to glue some of this on top of my elephant. I might do that, okay? And now I'm gonna flip to the other side. I left off with you. All I have was my tiger-shaped face, right? And I cut some yarns. I cut some more yarns, and I have a lot more to do. And my plan is to glue the yarns all over my tiger's face, okay? But I think that will look weird with just this brown background. So what I'm going to do is take some chalk, and it doesn't matter what kind of chalk you have. Right now, I'm gonna literally use this bin of yucky sidewalk chalk that's been left out by my kids in the rain. And I'm gonna just use that. And again, I am looking at an image of a tiger on my screen. So what I see up here, if you see me looking up, that's what I'm looking at. And I'm just looking for color. So right now I'm just gonna use white. And I'm gonna color with this chalk on my board. And again, I don't really know how the board is going to react to the chalk because I've never done this before, but it looks pretty good. And you know, with chalk, it's messy. So I have some white here. You know how chalk gets very messy. We all know that. Please, please, please cover any surfaces that you might be working on and save your parents some heartache by cleaning up after yourself, okay? I keep writing that in my posts, but I realized that I haven't been saying it as much as I should in my videos. And I want you to really realize how hard your mom and dads are probably working right now to keep everything balanced at home, and cleaning up can be a major factor. So please clean up your own messes, and I bet you they'll be a lot more happier to let you make more cool art if you can prove you can clean up after yourself. So I'm gonna flip this around for a minute, and I'm just gonna tap the chalk back into the bucket. And so I'm starting to color my tiger like this, and I'll add a little, I might add some darker orange. And remember, with chalk you can always blend with your finger, okay? And so that's what I'm doing so far, and eventually I'm gonna get to using glue and gluing down yarns, but I'm not there yet. So remember, right now you're thinking about your unconventional materials. So for this elephant, I mean, first of all, this box top was an unconventional material to begin with, but for this elephant so far, I'm gonna attempt to use tree bark, and that's a super unconventional material. And for my tiger, I'm gonna use all this yarn that I cut from my scarf. So we'll see how it comes out, and I'm gonna do it along with you and try to post it as I go. And remember, I'm gonna make this assignment due May 1st. And I would really like you to email me or comment me or whatever, however you can get in touch with me on Google Classroom. And if you have questions or ideas to share with me about your animal or your unconventional material, I'm here to help you and answer any questions that you might have. It's getting sunny out today, so get outside, get some sunshine, and see what you can find to use to create your animal. I think the best place to look is nature, but you figure it out on your own. Sometimes I like to use old jewelry and cut things and create eyes if I have old buttons or stuff like that, but that's just a thought, okay? You can use whatever you want, and I want you to just really be creative and have fun with it, all right? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.